Up front, we all know that sitting too long is bad for you, but listen to this. Women who sit all day are 12% more likely to die early, 27% more likely to get heart disease, and a fifth more likely to get cancer. Men who sit 5 or more hours a day, just 5 or more hours outside of work, are 34% more likely to develop heart failure than men who spend 2 hours or less sitting, no matter how much they exercise. So what do you do about all this? Well, joining me now is Josh Holland. He's a celebrity trainer for the Core Club in Manhattan. Josh, good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, well, what the audience doesn't realize is that we're not really sitting, oh, there you go. We're sitting on balls. What are these things?
Well, these are the wellness balls, or the active sitting ball, designed by Technogym, which is an Italian manufacturer. And yeah, the whole point of designing this is to get people kind of more active.
Right. Now, full disclosure, you're an ambassador for Technogym, but I want to point something out about, they're different than regular gym balls in that they come with this mesh case, but they're kind of like, are like weighted, so they don't like roll all over. They stay in one place, right?
Exactly.
So how does this fight this sitting disease? How does sitting on a ball like this protect you?
So what I like to explain usually is, you know, for instance, sitting on the ball just standard kind of engages your involuntary core stabilizer muscles.
Yeah, because I feel myself sitting straighter, just automatically, because I feel like if I don't, I'll just roll off.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you were sitting on a chair, the 4 legs would do the job, right? It keeps you nice and stable. If you try to allow the legs of the ball to do that job, then you will probably fall off. So you have to all of a sudden engage your core and all the muscles of the legs, and you are now sitting properly.
Yeah, well, what's really weird is that it doesn't feel like work. It's just, I'm just like kind of like naturally sitting. It's not like I'm sitting going, oh my God, I gotta hold up my ball, right?
Exactly.
But let's talk about the negative effects of this sitting disease, all this excessive sitting. What are some of the problems? We mentioned some.
Yeah, with excessive sitting improperly can, as we know, kind of round the low spine, and we call it tech neck sometimes when you have the rolling forward of the neck on the computers and texting and whatnot. You know, I see a lot of clients that come in that say they have back pain, and they think it's maybe from the exercises that they've done in the gym, but chances are we spend more time sitting and sleeping or moving around than we do in the gym.
You think you have to do this in addition to exercise? So let's say, because I'm a fit guy, I work out all the time, it's still a good idea for me to have this when I go to work?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, like I just explained before, you know, you're a fit guy, you work out, you spend about an hour or so in the gym, I would assume.
Yeah, a little more than that.
A little more than that, okay? But you spend about 23, 22 hours doing other things. And I would say, since you're working a lot, you're probably sitting at work, you know, 6 to 8 hours or so. So let's focus on the things you're doing the most, which is probably sitting.
Right. So by sitting properly, what's that going to do for me, sitting properly? What am I going to notice?
So what you should notice is, first of all, you should feel nice and confident, sitting up nice and tall. And I like to have my clients focus on keeping your shoulders back, keeping that nice lordotic curve in the low back. And what that does is helps to realign the vertebrae in the spine, so that when we breathe, we take big breaths, the lungs and the organs move like they should, and you should just feel better.
All right, so let's take this to the next extreme.
Okay.
They have these like tech desks, or these treadmill desks. Have you seen those things?
I have.
Where people supposedly on a treadmill with their desk, do those work?
Well,
I can't focus with that.
Same for me. Like, you know, I've used them before, but it does kind of take away from focus, and I like to really focus, you know, at work, which I think is the point. I think people that use the treadmill desk are kind of focusing on burning calories, period. You know, so if you're someone that thinks that way, I can think of other ways to burn more calories than, you know, just doing
exactly.
that, so.
Well, I like, for me, it's if I'm at work, I'm focused on work. If I'm at the gym, I'm focused on the workout. All right, before you go, how can people find out about these balls if they want to get these balls?
So you can go to technogym.com and search for wellness ball or active sitting ball. Okay. And yeah, that's how you find out about it.
All right, Josh, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Up front, we all know that sitting too long is bad for you, but listen to this. Women who sit all day are 12% more likely to die early, 27% more likely to get heart disease, and a fifth more likely to get cancer. Men who sit 5 or more hours a day, just 5 or more hours outside of work, are 34% more likely to develop heart failure than men who spend